Oh my word, I've got it in the background. Not the greatest start in the world. How is everyone? Monday morning. Oh, Monday afternoon, should I say? Monday afternoon, should I say? How is everyone? I hope everyone's doing really well. Yeah, so this is sort of like almost like a preview to a game, shall we say? We've got Man United obviously tomorrow afternoon. I'll be doing the watch along for that game, guys. I'll be live at 1:30 tomorrow for a 2 p.m. kickoff. So yeah, make sure you're joining me in the game tomorrow for the watch along, guys. Should be a good watch along tomorrow, first one of the season, and yeah, it's a pre-season friendly, but we can still get excited about it. It's Liverpool, Man United. It's not really a friendly, is it? It's not really a friendly when it's Liverpool versus Man United, to be concerned, but that is tomorrow. This is sort of like a preview look to that game and looking at pre-season. Obviously, they're just touching down in Bangkok. So, yes, don't forget, guys, once you're coming in, hit that like button straight away as you come into the video, guys. It does help me immensely. I'll be very much appreciated to everyone that can hit that like button. And, of course, if you want to be a member, hit the join button, guys. Two kinds of memberships there. Team OG membership, Team Legend membership. Team Legend membership gets you member-only videos and member-only call-in shows as well. So if you want to be part of that, hit the Team Legend. It's only £2.99 a month, cheaper than any other Liverpool channel. So yeah, be up to you if you can do that, guys. Much respect. Also, if you want to leave a super chat, you're more than welcome to leave a super chat. If the chats are going nuts, it is easier for me to read. If you're members or super chats, it's easier for me to find the people that are chatting that way. But yes, pre-season, guys. Liverpool touchdown. So Liverpool's first pre-season game is tomorrow in Bangkok against Man United. And then we go over to a little short flight over to Singapore where we play Crystal Palace on the 15th of July. I'll be doing a watch along for that as well. And then we come back to Europe. I think we're basically going to train in the Alps, I think, something like that, because we play Leipzig and Salzburg, the two Red Bull teams. Liverpool got quite a strong connection with the Red Bull teams, I think. There's quite a connection there between them. And that is on the July the 21st and July the 27th. And then obviously we've got the Community Shield at Leicester, because Wembley's been used for the Women's Euros. And that will be the Community Shield against Man City on July the 30th. And then we've got Strasbourg at Anfield we always have that last game of pre-season at Anfield on July the 31st. I'm going to take it that'll be full of everyone who didn't play in the Community Shield game. Anyone who didn't play in that Community Shield game will probably play against Strasbourg. It's a weird one because I know it's only meant to be a friendly, the Community Shield, but I sort of want to take it seriously. I don't know why. I think we should take it seriously. It's Man City. You can beat Man City in the Community Shield before the season starts. Just puts a little bit of spice in the title race, don't it? It just puts a little stamp on it. And it's Liverpool Man City. I mean, it can't really be a friendly, can it? I'd like to see a strongest possible team against Man City. I really would. Really would. Teams for tomorrow, on the other hand, it won't be as strong as anyone. I mean, he's brought a lot of players. I think there's like 50 players. Is it say 39 players or something like that have gone to pre-season? So that is gone to Bangkok. So it's a lot of players. You're probably going to see a lot of minutes for a lot of players. And yeah, I mean, the likes of your Salahs and all that, they might not get many minutes because they've only literally just flew back. But you might see some minutes for quite a few people. Obviously, you like your Alissons, your Fabinhos, people like that. You might only see a few minutes from them. But yeah, Liverpool senior players have all returned to Thailand to have wasted little time in hitting the training pitch with Alisson and Fabinho back in the fold. More than 6 days from the start of Liverpool's pre-season, Jurgen Klopp's squad has seen the remaining senior figures making their return from their summer break. Salah, Alisson and Fabinho were three of the players to make their way to Bangkok from their final holiday destination, with the rest of the travelling party all leaving from England. After landing in Bangkok, Liverpool given a hero's welcome. Did anyone see it It was like they were rock stars, weren't it? I've never seen anything like it. It was like Liverpool were rock stars. It was mad. And I went and looked. So I don't know if anyone saw it. Jurgen Klopp's first question at the press conference to him was, "Did Man United get this same reception the day before?" And they all went, "No." So I didn't know they were just saying that to be generous and nice. So I went back and had a look at the Man United's YouTube clips of them turning up in Thailand. Nowhere near the welcome Liverpool got. It's madness if you compare it. Absolute madness. Liverpool are the biggest team in Thailand without a shadow of a doubt. And the reception the boys got, it was rock and roll stuff, wasn't it? It was rock and roll stuff. And after a brief stop in the hotel, the 37-man squad made their way to the first training session. 37 men. So there's going to be a lot of players playing. I wouldn't be surprised if all 37 somehow played. It'd be mad. Alisson Fabinho was spotted for the first time, and so followed new signing Darwin Núñez to get ready for the season in Thailand with plenty of smiles as they did so. It ensured Bobby Firmino was reunited with his Brazilian counterparts. The season was not. The session was not only for the first for Alisson Fabinho and Núñez summer, but also Salah, Robbo, Trent, Keita, Virgil, Konate, Thiago, Curtis, and Diogo Jota, as they all played international games through the summer, so they're given a little bit more rest. Liverpool have a busy schedule while in Thailand and Singapore, but will be intent on getting the most out of the training time, which Klopp has admitted could see tired legs during those friendlies. We brought here 37 players, so we have all generations here, and we have to use all of them because the boys were on international duty in the summer, only arrived today. Pretty much they cannot play too long. Klopp told press conferences in Bangkok. But we'll try and give them a few minutes as well. So it's really exciting. Also, Klopp was saying that Man United were a week ahead of Liverpool in their preparations, or just under a week. They had a few more days. Obviously, they came to Bangkok a couple of days before Liverpool did. So, you might see, I think Klopp was speaking about it, Man United, you might see Man United have a stronger a stronger 11 than Liverpool do in this opening game. But guys, don't get worried about it. Even if Liverpool loses pre-season friendly, it's just a pre-season friendly at the end of the day, and it's all about getting players fit. It's not the end of the world. But I'm just intrigued to see the players. I love watching the team start again. I love pre-season as a fan, seeing the boys back on the pitch, seeing what they can do. No, I'm really interested in it. I'm really interested in it. So obviously 4 players didn't go, and one of them is Caoimhin Kelleher. So Caoimhin Kelleher and 4 others not on the Liverpool tour. Here's why. With new signings Fabio Carvalho and Darwin Núñez involved, and bright prospects like Luke Chambers and Stefan Bajcevic getting their chance, there is plenty of interest in the week ahead. But confirmation of the squad list also brought attention to a handful of missing faces, which included Caoimhin Kelleher, Calvin Ramsey, Kay Gordon, Nico Williams, and Ben Davies. Thing is, Nico Williams is going to Notts Forest by the look of it. That deal looks all but done. And Ben Davies is obviously not wanted by Jurgen Klopp in any aspect at all. And we know Calvin Ramsey and I believe Kay Gordon have just got little injuries, so it was no need to take them. Liverpool's number 2 goalkeeper hasn't taken part in training since members of Klopp's squad reunited at pre-season were testing on Monday before heading out to the outside pitches on Tuesday. Since then, he has not been pitched with the rest of the group. Unlike fellow goalkeepers Adrian, Harvey Davies, Fabian Mrazek, and Marco Pitaluga, Kelleher has sustained a number of injuries in recent times that could be in the case now, with Liverpool not needing to take any risks. A push or a move is not expected this summer for Kelleher, with his role as Alisson's deputy a more important one. With Calvin Ramsey, the young Scot has been hampered by a little injury, and his rehab program will remain on Merseyside. It's a disappointing start for the right back, who took part in testing on the first day before a medical check flagged up the issue. Until today, there is no problems, but the medical department tell us if we don't take care of it now, he'll have a problem in the future, Klopp explained. So when you're that young, then of course he has a long career ahead of him. So we are very responsible in these moments. So we don't train yet with the team, but he is doing a lot of fitness work. So it will not take too long. Not soon enough for the tour of the Far East, but hope he can come back with his new teammates when we return to Liverpool before heading off to Austria. So that's with Gordon Ramsay. I was about to say Gordon Ramsay. As with Calvin Ramsay. Kay Gordon on the other hand. The 17-year-old exciting prospect for Liverpool. And while he was involved in testing on Monday, Gordon has not been seen in main sessions with Klopp and co. A number of injuries occurred this season, last season as well, and it could be still working his way back to fitness, and is another that the Reds will not push and rush. It will be disappointing with a ideal opportunity to catch the eye once more, but Gordon has plenty of admirers, and the young summer is still young. So yeah, I won't worry too much about them two boys. So basically, on the first day of testing, the club do the testing on the first day. They see if there's any problems, and it just brings up some red flags. You might even not know you've actually got, any kind of injury, but the testing they do on the first day is very extreme. And it obviously brought up some things in Kay Gordon and Ramsey. And the good thing about it now is that they found these really early, treat it now, and you won't have no problems later in the season. Technology and science has moved on so big. So, yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Let's get some of your chats, guys, and we'll carry on. Big up 6 times. How you doing, my friend? Just watching Inside Training. Can't wait for the training for the game tomorrow. Yeah, Inside Training is great, guys. If you've got Liverpool TV or Liverpool Go and watch it, guys, because some of the stuff is fantastic. Big up Charlie Webb as well. Jamie, will you be doing a post-match show tomorrow? Yes. So what I will do, I'm doing the watch-along live at 1:30 for a 2 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, guys. Then I will go, and then tomorrow evening, about 8 o'clock, we are doing what we're doing the call-in show. So what we'll do, we'll merge that call-in show with a post-match Liverpool show as well. So we'll link it all together. So me and Savage will take everyone's call as we do on the Better Call Phillips call-in show. You guys come in and have your say, but we can just talk about the game, pre-season, and things like that. And we can merge it all together. Big up Joan, can't wait for tomorrow's game. Want to beat those Mancs, even if it's a pre-season game. It isn't a friendly against United. That is true. Big up John Conway. Pablo, how you doing, my friend? Hope everyone's having a great day. Big up 6 times as well. Big up J Afternoon people. I mean, thank you guys. I mean, it's 35 people watching right now. Big up to everybody, considering it is like absolutely boiling out there and everyone's probably catching the sun. So I do respect everyone coming in right now and watching. Don't forget, guys, hit that like button, please. It does help me immensely. Let's try and get the likes up to 30. They're on 22 likes right now. So if you've not hit the like button yet, go and make sure you hit that little thumb at the bottom of the video, guys. It's really important. First thing you should do is come into the video. You know me by now. Come into the video and hit that like button. Let's get that likes up to 30 if we could. That would be very much appreciated. Afternoon, Ant, how you doing? Afternoon, Jay. Hope you and the family are okay. Have you seen Klopp Bellingham comments? Yes, we'll get to them. Big up Savage. Hope you're doing well, my friend. So excited for this tour. See the new guys. Yeah, same. Big up Kev. How you doing, my friend? Afternoon, Captain Sal. Crazy thing is tomorrow is my birthday and Liverpool play and it's against United. Oh, big up Pablo. Big up your birthday for tomorrow, my friend. Big happy birthday for tomorrow, event. How you doing? Lakers, how you doing? What do you think of Liverpool Klopp's comments? He thinks our midfield is right as long as no one asks to leave. I did say this. I've been saying it for a while now, guys, with Jurgen Klopp. I've been saying it for a while. We can't just all go and blame FSG all the time. This is what I keep telling everyone. You can't put all your crap outside FSG's door. Jurgen Klopp and FSG are as one, guys. Are as one. And if Klopp feels the midfield don't need any work at this moment in time, we won't buy anyone. Unless their player they want is available. Like Tuchemani. Tuchemani is a player they wanted. But unfortunately, Tuchemani wanted Real Madrid. So there was nothing we could do about it. When a player wants another club, and they got their heart set on that club, it's not really anything. You don't really want that player. If a player wants to go to another club and they got their heart set on it, it's as simple as that. They go to that club. But, we was after Tuchemani. And at this moment in time, there is no one in the transfer market that Liverpool want in a midfielder, apart from Jude Bellingham. And Jude Bellingham apparently is not attainable this season. So, yeah, I always say it. I've been saying it for a while now. Klopp and FSG are one and the same. Anybody else having problems signing up for the 2 weeks free on Liverpool Go? Yeah. So to do that, basically, you have to buy the year package. So if you buy the year package for $49.99, you get the 2 weeks free. If you try and do the 2 weeks free on just a monthly deal, you can't get the deal. You can only get the 2 weeks free on LFC TV Go right now if you pay the $49.99 $49.99 year package, and then you get the first 2 weeks free. So that's how they're doing it. That's how it's not going on the monthly thing. So if you're trying to click on the monthly one and putting in the code to get it, it won't work. So you got to put in you can only do it with if doing the year one out. Hope that helps. Mayor Klopp basically said he wants Bellingham, but won't go for him because not on the market. Madness. Why don't we do deal for next summer? So everyone's talking about Klopp and the Bellingham question. Yeah. So basically, without saying it in a way, Jurgen Klopp wants Jude Bellingham. Jurgen Klopp wants Jude Bellingham, but basically, what I'm getting from it is that Borussia Dortmund have told Jude Bellingham is not attainable this summer. Simple as that. And if he's not attainable this summer, then Liverpool aren't going looking. So what it tells me, what I heard from this year is that Liverpool know they need a midfielder. They only want a particular midfielder, and that particular midfielder is Jude Bellingham. Now, Jude Bellingham, by the look of it, Borussia Dortmund have told Liverpool he is not attainable this summer. So you can't have him this summer. Come back next summer. If that's the case, Liverpool are not going to buy a stopgap midfielder. I know a lot of people want it. I know a lot of people are saying there's more people than Jude Bellingham in midfield we can buy who are just as good. But if Liverpool see Jude Bellingham as the main player in that midfield, like they did with Van Dijk as the centre-back option, they won't go for anyone else. They saw Tuchemani. I do believe that what they wanted to do was buy Tuchemani this summer and Jude Bellingham next summer. I think that's what they wanted to do. I really do. I think they know the midfield needs work. They're not silly. I think they do know it, but they don't want to get any old midfielder. They want a particular midfielder. And I know people are saying Barella from Inter Milan, but I think what I'm looking and seeing by it, I think Klopp thinks Bellingham is better than Barella and he's younger. So I think Klopp thinks if he's younger and he's just as good as him now, why get Barella when I can have Jude Bellingham, who's going to be better than him anyway? I might as well wait for him. I think that's how they look at it. So that's what I think, in my opinion. So next summer could be very, very interesting, guys, as a Liverpool fans. Could be very interesting next summer. Only problem is if Bellingham, I would say has a great World Cup, but I don't know how much he's going to play at the World Cup because we all know what Gareth Southgate's like. I wouldn't be surprised if Calvin Phillips and Rice are the midfield combination, and then it's whoever else plays with them. It could be mad one next summer, guys. Just keep an eye out for it. And I think I've got Sank here about it as well. So Jurgen Klopp rules out more Liverpool transfers to make blunt midfields solution claim. Jurgen Klopp says Liverpool are very unlikely to make any more signings in the summer transfer window, and he insists he is more than happy with his midfield options ahead of the new season. The Reds are currently on tour in Asia as they step up their preparations for the new campaign with friendlies against Man United and Palace. New striker Darwin Núñez has travelled with the squad after he arrived for a minimum fee of 64 million. He's joined by midfielder Fabio Carvalho, who joined in a free transfer from Fulham. Well, that's not completely true, is it? The club's third signing of the summer, Scottish right back Callum Ramsey, is injured. Liverpool were interested in signing France midfielder Tchouaméni from Monaco before he moved to Real Madrid, but have not pursued any other additions in the centre of the park since they missed out. And Klopp says another arrival is now very unlikely. I don't think something will happen in midfield, but you never know, Klopp said. If somebody comes to you and says, I want to go, nobody came to me. But if that happens, then we talk new. But if the situation stays as it is, then tell me why. So basically, Klopp is saying, if no midfielder comes up to Klopp this pre-season and goes, boss, I think I need to leave, I want to go, we ain't buying no one. Now, this comes to the point when I know a lot of people say that, why have we kept James Milner? Now, this is where the James Milner thing's going to come in. And I know that's what people in the chat are probably going to say, and people on other chats in other channels are going to talk about now. When they read this article, they read what Klopp said at the press conference. Everyone's going to be like, well, if Milner weren't there, we'd have a midfield space sewn up, wouldn't we? Again, as I keep saying, you can't just blame FSG. You're going to have to put Klopp and FSG are one and the same. And I think everyone's starting to see that now. Not everyone's FSG in, no one's Klopp out. If anyone's Klopp out, you're absolutely insane. Do you know what I mean? It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to this football club since Bill Shankly. So if anyone is Klopp out, I don't know what to say to you. You need some help. But it's the way it is with Jurgen Klopp. This is the way he manages. This is the way he coaches. He always has done. He's never going to change. This is just the way he is. Now, I can see it now. Everyone's going to be reading about this, seeing about this, thinking about this and thinking. So if we had a space in our midfield, what they're saying is they go and sign someone, yeah? So why is James Milner still at this club? Now, I'm just hoping James Milner don't get sort of like a torrid abuse next season from fans. Because he's going to be the one everyone's going to be looking at, ain't he? He's going to be the one everyone's going to point at fingers at. Him and Ox, probably. Because in reality, I know what fans are going to say. Ox should have gone this summer. Milner should have gone this summer. That would have freed 2 spaces up. And Naby Keita should have gone this summer instead of signing a new contract. Then 3 spaces move out. We would have definitely bought midfielders this summer. It's a mad one. I'm not sure how it works, but that's what he's saying at the moment. I don't think something will happen in midfield, but you never know, says Klopp. If somebody comes to you and says, I want to go, but nobody has come to me yet. But if that happens, then we have to talk about buying new. But if the situation stays like it is, then tell me why. I mean, this is from Klopp himself. Though some fans have responded to the interest in Tchouaméni by claiming that Liverpool require additional midfielder if they are to be able to compete on all fronts like they did last campaign, Klopp insists that his squad already possesses the necessary depth and quality in midfield. And there you go. That is from the boss himself, the gaffer himself. Jurgen Klopp insists that his squad already possesses the necessary depth and quality in midfield. Now, obviously, he's not going to go into a press conference and go, my midfield's shit. I need 2 or 3 extra people to come into that midfield to make this the ultimate, midfield that we compete on all fronts and really go at Man City. He's not actually going to say that online, live, is he? But I do think, knowing Klopp now, he's been our manager for 7 years. I think we all know when he says things like this now that he actually means it. He actually does mean it. So when he says he insists that in Klopp's eyes, he believes we have the quality and depth in midfield, I think he actually does believe that in some ways. I really do. He knows it can be improved upon. There's a difference. He knows it can be improved upon, but he also, I do believe, thinks if we don't get anyone in midfield this summer, I think he's actually quite happy with what he's got. I don't think he's depressed about it. I'm not looking to buy. I can say that, the German explained. I do not understand people told me about this decision about midfield options. But the last thing that would have crossed my mind is that we have to do this. Well, there you go, guys. He's not even thinking about buying midfielders. I know all these things, that we don't score enough goals in midfield and this and that. But what we do want, this golden cow, he put like that is producing absolutely everything, milk as well. Oh, he's having a go at us fans. So what Jurgen Klopp is basically saying is, Jurgen Klopp is basically having a go at us guys. He's talking to us fans. He's talking about, he's not a stupid man. He's heard everybody around on their YouTube channels, on the internet, on Twitter, talking about Liverpool's midfield. And he's telling us, who do you want us to get then? Basically, what he's saying is, who do you want us to go and get that is better than what I've already got? This Jurgen Klopp, guys, is what Kloppo does. It's why I love him for it. I absolutely love him for it. I love the fact he goes against the grain. I love the fact he's like an FU to people. You know, I've got these players and I'm going to coach them into the inch of my life to make them all world class. And that's what he does. He makes players far better than they should be. And that's what he loves to do. And it's never going to change, guys. So Klopp's never going to change on this factor. Never, ever going to change. And I wouldn't change him either. I wouldn't want him gone. Anyone who's Klopp out is just mad, in my opinion. He's the greatest thing that's happened to this football club since Bill Shankly. That's in my opinion. If you want him gone because he won't get certain midfielders in, then that's just balmy. That's just balmy. It's just balmy. He is the way he is. And I've just read out his article, guy. I've just read it all out from what he said. So I want the same. I want us to take this seriously. Poor Ben Davies hasn't gone. Big up, Andrew. Hannah, Jamie. Hope you and your family are well. Also seeing 4 tomorrow. Just check the time. It finishes at 3:54, which is good for me. I probably missed 10 or 15 minutes of the first half. Big up, Andrew. Yeah, exactly. Only name check players. Then definitely wants to make sense. If Bellingham is not on the market, you can't do a deal for next season because his value will go up or go down. When our people actually go listen to Klopp's own words, he said that simple. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I just read it out. I literally just read it out. Yes, it's great having an FC TV. It's all the stuff. It's like a great feeling. Yeah. I just got myself Liverpool Go because basically I'm up in my room up here most of the time doing my videos with you guys. So it's easier just having Liverpool Go instead of buying Liverpool TV on your Skybox downstairs where I'm not going to use it. So I went and got Liverpool Go yesterday. I've got it on my computer now, so I can do all the pre-season friendly guys. Ben Davies generally won a raffle. Ben Davies hit the jackpot. Let's face it, right? If you got told you're going to sign, you're not a very good footballer, right? You're not a very good footballer, right? But you got told you're playing for Preston. You're playing for Preston, right? And you're not a very good footballer. And your agents come to you and gone, Ben. Now, sit down, mate. Listen to this. Liverpool Football Club want you. You're like, shut up. You're having a giggle. I ain't good enough to play for Liverpool Football Club. No, you're not. Honestly, you're not, Ben. But they're going to give you stupid money. You're going to be able to retire. You're going to give your family whatever you want. You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, you never go play a game of football. You go train with the boys. Maybe go back on loan. But you got to get that money. You got to get that wage. You got to get a signing-on fee. You'd sign the deal, wouldn't you? You'd sign the deal. You've hit the jackpot. I mean, you can go this season and play for another club and have a great career. But he's made a bit of bunts, trained with Liverpool. Yeah, the man won the raffle. Evening, Jay. Evening, Andrew. How you doing, my man? I'm really looking for the pre-season. Yep, clock bring it on August. Lads, don't knock Ben Davies. He's living the dream. Yeah, exactly. Savage needs to get in the gym. Oh, yeah, of course. You better hope Savage don't find your IP address. No, Kelleher. What if we have an agreement with Borussia? Man U have gone from a team from world star players to players that used to be world stars. Sancho has damaged his reputation in one season. Rashford has gone backwards, and Bruno is all right, I guess. I think Bruno Fernandes will look decent for Man United once Ronaldo leaves. I really do. Big up Gunben as well. Yeah, Nico's gone. I was in the gym at 4:50 a.m. clanging and banging while using bed drooling off. I'm a super athlete. Oh, good God. I love it. Right, let's get all through these comments so we can move on then. I hope we have plans to sign a backup goalkeeper. If he does, I can't rely on Adrian. I would like to see Muskie given a few games, see what he can do for us as he balls out whenever I see him on Liverpool TV. Yeah, he's got a year left, and Adrian's still got a year left. There was not an agreement with United and Borussia. It's a myth. They paid 72.9 million for him, and they just had to wait. They just lost the biggest asset. So let's see January or next summer, but I'm excited. Exactly. Big up Vic. Jamie, do a world draft, but only allowed one player from a club. So you want me to do a world 11? You want me to do a world 11, but you can only have one player from each club? Wow, I can do that as a video. I can do that as a video. I might need people on with me to do that. You know, that'd be a bit boring on my own. So I might need people on me with me to do that. And maybe we can have two different teams. So Savage is available. If Savage is available and I get some others available, maybe I can do that. That'd be a great idea, actually. So do a World 11 sort of thing, you're saying, yeah? Like a World 11, but you can only pick one player from each team. Wow. I mean, when you think about a world like Barcelona, so if you've got Barcelona, you pick Messi, you can't have no one else from Barcelona, like a Xavi or Iniesta in your midfield. Oh, that's hardcore, man. That is hardcore. Vic, I will note that down, my friend. What I'll do, I'll take a photo of that. I take photos of things instead of noting them down because paper goes missing, don't it? Do you know what I mean? Paper goes missing. At least on my phone, I've always got it. Let me take a picture of that. Oh, that's not. There it is. Let me take a picture of that because that's a good idea. It's a good idea. And if I get other people on, maybe we can have 1 or 2, 3 different teams and then see who has the best team. And then I can put that up on Twitter as a poll who has the best team. There you go. That's a good idea. Good idea. Mr. Christopher Edwards, how you doing? Got COVID, so I'm off work for a week, feeling rough, but not too bad. Hope you're okay, 40-year-old Virgil. Is it the first time you had it, second time? Because I know a few people have had it like the second time now. Like they've had their jabs and boosters and they've had it before and then they got it the second time. And they said like, a lot of people I know have said it's just like, you feel a bit rough, like you got a bad cold and all that, but you know, you're all right, sort of thing. That's how I know a lot of people have been feeling. So you get my tweet, Joe. Let me open my Twitter. I ain't even opened my Twitter yet. I'll open my Twitter. Let me open my Twitter and have a look, Savage. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, got it from Goal. Yeah, Goal's good to read because the things is he's not on the market. Exactly. Yeah, got it, my man. Got it. Yeah, if you're not on the market, you can't be bought. Simple as that. Surprised we still have Ox. Jamie, you heard the talk of Vince being blackmailed by some of the accusers. Vince don't care. Klopp did say Klopp did say everyone is saying we need a goal scoring midfielder, and he knows he needs it. But basically, waiting for Jude. Yeah, he knows he needs it, but if they're not available in the transfer market, there's no one to buy it. And we all know who he's talking about. Like Savage just sent me on Twitter. If Jude is not available, you can't buy him. It's as simple as that. If Borussia Dortmund, obviously, what's happened is Liverpool have probably had some chat with Borussia Dortmund. Some feelers have been put out there with Borussia Dortmund, and they've come back and told him he's not available this summer. And if he's not available this summer, there is nothing you can do. It's as simple as that. You can't buy something when it's not available. So it's like the PlayStation 5. Everyone wanted the PlayStation 5, yeah? Everyone wanted the PlayStation 5. But till it was available, you couldn't buy it. But you knew you wanted it. You knew you needed an upgrade. You had the PS4, and your PS4 you've had for a few years now. You've had your PS4 for a few years now. You've used it and you've abused it. And it's like, I need the next thing up now. I'm hankering for the next level up in my development there. The PlayStation 5 comes out. You know it's there. You know it's ready. But you've got to wait 12 more months. You've got to wait 12 more months. And then next year, bam, it's yours. That's what Jude Bellingham's like. Can you cancel so you don't have to pay the early fee on Liverpool Gun? I'm not sure, Gunben. Have a look, my man. Have a look at it up. Big up Gunben as well, being a new member. Big up Gunben. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I really, really do. And if you become a Team Legends member as well, guys, £2.99 a month. That's what I'm saying. £1.99 a month, £2.99 a month. My memberships are cheaper than anyone else's because, you know, I don't want to take the piss out of people, especially when inflation in cost of living is so high now and people are struggling as it is just to, you know, buy shopping for their family. I'm not going to go and make you guys spend like £8 on membership. So $2.99 a month. You guys then come in, membership videos, membership call-ins. Yep, you'll go get it all, guys, especially as the season goes on. You know, what I do special membership videos for post-match games as well and things like that for members. Because the reason I want to do it for members as well, because a lot of the members, a lot of the people, a lot of you guys that are in the community, you've already told me you want to do call-ins, you want to ring, you want to call in, you want to have your say and all that, but you're just a little bit nervous. So if you're doing it with members only and only members are watching that video, you know, there's nothing to be worried about because you know the only people watching are members. Where was I? I lost myself. Where was I? Oh God, sorry. Gunben was there. Sorry, gone back. There we go. Callum Coppish said he knows he needs a goal scoring midfielder. I feel doing Klopp watches fan channels, Jamie. Maybe. I don't know if he does, but you know, he hears things. He's got to hear things. He's got to hear things. Of course he does. He's not a silly man. That's not all pretend Klopp's a stupid man. You know what I mean? He's a very intelligent man. And he knows he needs players. He's not silly. He knows he needs midfielders. He knows he needs a goal-scoring midfielder. But he will wait till the right one is available. I keep saying this all the time. He basically told you in a press conference, yes, there's a load of midfielders out in Europe I can go and get, but I've got 8 midfielders here. None of them want to leave. If none of them want to leave, I can't go and buy one. But I only want a particular one. You know, I only want a particular midfielder. And if that midfielder's not available, he ain't going to buy it, guys. He's just not going to buy it. So I think we have a pre-deal with Jude and Bellingham. Jude will sign next summer. Excited to see the boys United tomorrow. Klopp does a name check a player, Jamie. You already know what I want for my future midfield, Jamie. Jude, Obrella, Paquella, and Declan Rice. He name checked Jude and he is a Liverpool fan, just my opinion. Liverpool win the league. Savage. This has to stop, seriously. People taking comment off other YouTube channels or tweets and making out like Klopp said their words. These words read the quotes people before people stop speaking for the gaffer. Big up Savage. Just imagine why we buy Rice and Jude next summer, Jamie. Oh my god. I think we only buy look. I think we might just buy one. If it's Jude, it's just going to be Jude on its own because Jude's outlay is going to be so high. And another thing, you can tell that Liverpool are very, very interested in a Jude Bellingham. Yeah, it's because all the articles coming out lately from all the media, all parts of the media, are saying Liverpool are not put off by the price and the wage demands and the transfer price for Jude Bellingham. Liverpool are not put off by it. But he's not available this summer. It's as simple as that, guys. If he's not available, you can't buy him. And it's as simple as that. If he's available next summer, you can go and buy him. But he is never go to buy a make weight just to make sure we got numbers there. It's just not the way Jurgen Klopp rolls. People might not like it. Chelsea tried that last season. They got the geezer in from Atletico Madrid. An absolute shit show. Yeah, didn't do anything. Yeah, Sal Niguez didn't do anything. Absolute shit show. Liverpool are not going to go down that road. Liverpool never will. Liverpool Klopp will trust the players he has got. Now, people might not like it, guys. People might not like it, but in Jurgen Klopp's eyes, these boys have got him this far now. He is not going to just let them go and go, right, he still trusts them. And if he still trusts them, I still trust them. And it's as simple as that. People might not like me saying that and go, Jay, no, they're crap now. They're all done. They're all finished. Might be. But if Klopp still trusts them, I trust Klopp. So simple as that for me. If he thinks he can still get the best out of them, then I trust him. Because, as I keep saying, the best thing that's ever happened to this football club since Bill Shankly, since Bill Shankly is Jurgen Klopp. And I trust the man. What can I say? If the City squad stays the same as... City... You could arguably say City aren't as strong this season as they were last season. If Sterling's going to Chelsea, if Mahrez does leave and Gundogan does leave and Bernardo Silva leaves and they don't really replace them, you can argue that City ain't as strong. I'm doing good, Dads. I'm doing good. Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, I always keep an eye on City. Mohamed, I always keep an eye on Man City as well. They are working behind the scenes, these guys. They'll have to try and shoot next summer, but Dortmund ain't budging. Yeah, it's all about next year. It's all about next year. Naby and Ox should have been moved on for us to get another midfielder. Jurgen does not. Why the fan base keeps asking for more when he trusts the players. He spoke a lot of Fabio, Elliott, and Jones, which says a lot. Any Milner abuse, I will fight a lot of you. I've had Savage, you want to come on, mate? Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat. I'll put the link in the chat, Savage, if you want to come on and have your say, my friend. Mind Games. Big up Gun Ben. Big up Gun Ben. Member, massive. Big up yourself, my friend. Personally, I'm happy for Milner to remain. It's like Naby and Ox who should have moved after 4 years. Neither of them can hold down a starting place. Says a lot, don't it? That says a lot, ain't it? That we're more happy for Milner to stay and Ox and Naby need to go. That just tells you how professional we all see Milner. You know, Milner doesn't let you down. We know what we're going to get from James Milner. And he plays to that ability. James Milner plays to all the ability he has got. And I think we all respect that about him. So we know Milner isn't techie. We know Milner isn't going to do this and that anymore. But if he plays to his ability every single week, We respect that. Now, with Naby, he does not play to his ability. Now, is Naby's ability higher than James Milner's is? Yeah. But does he get anywhere near it? No. And as Savage has said before, when Naby Keita's coming on as a substitute, does anyone actually get excited? I actually get more excited when James Milner comes on as a sub, because I know Milner's going to come on and ruffle feathers. He's going to, smash up somebody. He's going to ruffle some feathers. When Naby Keita comes on, he don't give me that excitement. Do you know what I mean? I actually get more excited for when Jimmy Milner comes on. That's madness. That shouldn't be the case. And because that's the case, you should maybe be thinking about letting them go. Or is it just? I think he might have been. Yeah. Klopp better use Ox now. Yeah. He was asked about Jude. Yeah. I mean, Klopp needs to use. Look, I think Klopp likes the youngsters. I think Klopp likes Elliott. He likes Carvalho, and he likes Curtis. And the way he was bigging them up, I expect to see them three be playing a lot of football next season. I think they're the three he really was bigging up. He was bigging them three up massively. Big them names up massively. Milner is at the age of 37, still better than Ox and Naby. Says it all, really. Yeah, exactly. The one thing is, Jamie Klopp knows players like Naby and Ox are horrible for us, but he chooses to still call them world class. I understand he can't say they're bad, but yeah, I get that. I do get that. But you can all look. No manager and coach is perfect. They all do things wrong. If I was a Man City fan, I'd actually be I'd be starting to get a bit annoyed that Man City haven't won the Champions League yet under Pep Guardiola. If I was a Man City fan, that would actually start to annoy me when I see Liverpool have made 3 finals in that same time. 3 finals and won one in that exact same time. So, and if you're a Man City fan, Man City are the best club in England, yeah? The best club in England. Let's not beat about the bush. They are. They've won 4 of the last 5 trophies. They're the best team in England. So, if I was a Man City fan, I'd be looking at it thinking, right, Liverpool been into 3 European finals and we've been in 1 under Pep. So that's a bit annoying. What's Pep got to do? And then in that European final, he messed around with the team. So no one's perfect. No manager's perfect. Klopp has his flaws. Pep has his flaws. But would anyone actually swap them for anyone else in the world? Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. Here he is.
Hey, come on.
How you doing, man?
How are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, actually. Any fucking heat.
It's hot, man. It's hot. I got fans on in my house everywhere, man.
It's mad, ain't it? It's just, my kids were all sick last night, and yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. When kids can't handle the heat sometimes.
Yeah, especially when heat stroke.
Especially when they're little. Like my boy Brody, he's only 3 years old, so they can't control their heat temperature, can they? And all that.
No.
So they just get over hot in bed and stuff like that, and he throw up everywhere like 1 a.m. It's lovely.
Bless him.
But he's all right.
Big up the kid, man. Big up your missus as well, man.
Yeah, I mean, she dealt with it all. So...
Come on, that's what to do, man.
Well, he wanted me, so he came downstairs and had cuddles while she was dealing with it all. But I mean, he's gone to school today, so he's all right. It's just, it's quiet as today. Quiet as. I'll say one thing. I just watched Stranger Things.
He likes 4. It. Look at his face. He likes it.
Season 4, episode 6. Yeah, episode 6. I've never watched any of it yet, right? I've never watched it before, so I'm sitting there watching it. It's like an hour and a half long, this episode.
Yeah.
And because the wife's watching it, so I've come downstairs and watched the end bit with her, like the last 45 minutes. I got into it. It was all right.
I told you, bro.
And then I guessed, I've never watched this program before, and I guessed who so-and-so was going to be in so-and-so Upside Down world, yeah? I went, that's obviously Vector, yeah? So she's like, how did you guess that? I was like, well, she's gone on this, he's just showing her this vision, while at the same time he's talking to 11. So you put 2 and 2 together. and he likes
Amy's hooked,
spiders.
man. I'm gonna go back and watch it all now.
And what I just saw of Vector is a massive spider. So, like, it's just put 2 and 2 together, man. And it's true. So I said, I watched the last 2 with her. So, and then the last episode's 2.5 hours long. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, last episode's like a movie, bro.
No, yeah, I got into it. And Fiona Ryder's
my son likes stuff from the 80s, innit? I don't know why. I do not know why my son's like this, bro. He's born in 2008. But he loves everything to do with the 80s. Or like, I think it's because kids don't play outside as much anymore and that.
Yeah.
So when he watches movies when they're all on their bike rides and doing all that stuff, I think he just loves it. So
has he
anything to do with that? Yeah. Goonies, Stranger Things, The Last It, because that's film. I think that's based in the 80s as well.
Yeah.
And then a couple of the TV programs. But my son's an actor in it, so that's the kind of vibe he's on. So
he's on that vibe. And the 80s rules, let's face it. The 80s rules. So this Klopp stuff. So
that's winding me up, bro. It's winding me up. I don't know if you can tell from the comments, bro. It's winding me up.
You and me have said it for ages, though. We've said
that's why it's winding me up, because it's exactly what me and you said when everyone tried to argue with us about it.
If no one's there to buy, I've said it with the PlayStation 5 analogy. That's what I did basically. You've got a PlayStation 4. You've played it for years. You know it's great, but it's coming to the end of its time. You want the new one out there, but you know it's 12 months away. You can't get it right now. So you know what it is, bro? 12 months. It's as simple as that.
The weirdest thing for me, and like, it's not being rude to any of the fan base, and obviously everyone has an opinion. It's fine, innit? But I've to this day, I know me and you spoke about it, but I do not understand. This today is not like everything we've read today. I've got more quotes from Klopp here, exact quotes, by the way, not like made up stuff from other YouTube channels and Twitter. Because that's what people are doing. People are forgetting that I can see the YouTube channels as well. So when people say stuff in the chat, I'm like, I just heard somebody say that on a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And then you've turned the words around and acted like, apparently this report says, no. That was another YouTube channel or a tweet. But this is the one time when Klopp actually speaking. And when he speaks and he actually says stuff, all of a sudden, people just, they can't take what he says. So they're just like, no, it still means we're getting this. I'm like, the man just said these exact words. And it doesn't matter what Klopp says. If Klopp says to everyone, he's allergic to peanuts, everyone's going to be like, yeah, he says that. But, you never know. He might like a Snickers. No, he just said he's allergic to peanuts. It's the maddest thing. He's literally just spoke about the midfield. He spoke about all the players in the midfield. He reeled them all off name by name. Yeah. And he said, tell me what we need. Now, me and you spoke about this, about Klopp being, what's the word again? It's not realist. It's idealist. And there's nothing wrong with it, because he sees the players day in, day out. He knows them personally. And he obviously sees talent that in fact, I say he sees talent that we don't. I think he sees talent that we do. It's just that we don't get to see it on the pitch on a Saturday or Sundays. Because when we watch inside training, you'll always see somebody do some techers that you didn't know could do it. You'll see Naby twisting people up, or you'll see Matip doing these, like, he does the run through all the time, but the other day you seen him score the goal at the end. So for Klopp, it's like, when I said that this person seemed world class to me, or when I said this person has the skill to do this,
he sees him every day.
think he means it. And me and you spoke about this, which I am 100% on Klopp on this one. And if it fails, whatever. But the fact that Curtis, Elliott, and Carvalho, and then obviously there's a few other young ones as well. I think you mentioned Morton today as well.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's no one coming in. It doesn't seem like it. But he's putting the trust in the youngsters, because he's making it sound like they're all going to be in the lineup, whether you like it or not. So whether they're on the bench or on the pitch, they're playing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this part of the quote. This is the only thing I'll say that I never thought would happen, but he seems to have mentioned it for the first time. He actually mentioned a different formation today. He actually said about playing people in the 10, and he mentioned how Elliott and Carvalho can play there if I change the formation.
Yeah.
So that's a positive, obviously, because it means that he's willing to, if things ain't going right, I'll change it.
But you know why he can do that? He's got a number 9.
Exactly. So this is my point. When everyone's screaming about Klopp needs a goal scoring midfield, and he knows he needs one, but he's never had one. So why? No. It's not like we had one. Okay, I'll take that back. We had one in Coutinho. He left ages ago. Yeah. He left ages ago. So
better since.
How many years are we now? Coutinho 4. Yeah, 4 years away. Yeah. Okay. people are speaking as if we had some super goal scoring midfielder last season. He left, and now we need a new one. We've not had one the whole time, but the difference is now we have Salah, who scores more goals than everyone in the league constantly. Nunes, who's exciting people, and he looks like the most exciting. I mean, Diaz. You got Nunes now at number 9, and then you got Carvalho, who's people seeing what he can do. So I don't see the issue. I think that the midfield might become more tight and more harder to break down, and I think our attacking forwards are going to have the freedom to just murder people. I think we might get a hybrid of 2000 and I think we'll get a hybrid of 17, 18 and 19, 20. Because carry on. Sorry, bro.
I was about to say, I'll tell you what, if we win the Premier League with this midfield, oh my God, the apologies.
No, because everyone will say, Jay, is like, I told you. Everyone will say, I told you that was going to happen.
Because if he's saying about that formation change, the reason is that we've never had, like everyone said, we have had a number 9 for years, Origi. Klopp didn't like him like we did. It's as simple as that. Because if he did, he plays. It's as simple as that. And like we're saying, Klopp sees these guys every day. He knows what they eat. He probably knows where they sleep. He probably knows their sleep patterns. He knows everything. You know, we see him once a week on the pitch. So, you know, what we see on a match day is completely different to what he sees every single day of the week. And now he's got a number 9. Darwin Núñez. I said when we bought Darwin Núñez, that was a Klopp transfer. Klopp actually wanted Darwin Núñez.
Yep.
And he wanted to change. He knows he needs to change it up. He ain't stupid. He knows teams didn't figure us out so much because I think everyone knows how we play. It's a fact of stopping us. That's the difference. And I think he saw towards the end of the season, teams started to realise how to stop us, which is the difference. Everyone knows how we play. I know how Man City play. Stopping them's a different thing. You know what I mean? And it's the same with Liverpool. Everyone knows how we play. Stopping it is extremely difficult. But some teams, and them teams that stopped us, are the elite level sides.
I was just going to say that. To be fair to us, I was about to say, to be fair to us, the latter end of the season, we were on some mad run. It didn't seem like it because Man City kept winning as well, but I think we won like 10 in a row. Then there was a draw. Then we carried on winning. Yeah, and the 2 draws were to Man City and Tottenham.
Yeah.
So it's not like exactly. The quote what he said about Morton today, well, it was on Friday. He said, by the way, Tyler Morton is in training. He's incredible. He plays a number 8 now. We don't force him to play as a controlling number 6 in the Premier League, like he did against Spurs. He's training as a number 8, and it's now like, wow, he's good at that. There's really a lot of excitement for this situation from our side. And like I say, if you want guarantees, then you have to look somewhere else. We work a lot with expectations, and our starting point most of the time is very positive. I believe that these youngsters can push the experience guys. That's what he said about Tyler Morton. So he's basically changed his position. He said what we said, which everyone knew, that like he was out of his depth against Tottenham. But to be fair to him, he just got thrown into it, and people were injured. It wasn't his fault. Yeah, exactly. And if he, you said if he can put some weight on, he can ball. But you know what I mean?
He's got football IQ. He's definitely got football IQ. You can see that from him. Big up Gunben with a super chat. Much love, my friend. And he Gunben joint membership today as well. So big up Gunben. Big up Jamie is a free ice cream on me. Big up you, man. Big up. But much love, Gunben, as always, my friend. But what other people will say is though. Other people will say that are just on the FSG hate. They will just say Klopp has to do this because he doesn't get the money from the ownership, right?
That's not true.
I think if Klopp had Man City's owners, it'd be exactly the same. I don't think there'd be much difference. All I think will happen is that contracts will be a lot quicker. But everyone forgets, as rich as Man City are, they don't go overboard. On their contracts. They have a wage structure. Aguero, because Daps was telling me, and Big Steve and they're the two I go to for Man City because they've been Man City since they were born. Yeah, and they were telling me basically that Aguero wanted this monster contract to start Man City.
Yeah.
And because his game time started diminishing because of injuries and that, they said, no, we got a wage structure, and that's why he left. Otherwise, he wouldn't have left. Man City don't. Yeah, they give De Bruyne 400k a week, but he's Kevin De Bruyne. He should be on 400k a week. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah, but if you look at the rest of the squad, I mean, Sterling's just gone to Chelsea for 300 grand a week. You know, that is I think it's a little bit more than he was at City, if I remember. I think he was at 280 at City. So he's actually gone to Chelsea for more money than he was at City with a year left
Yeah,
in
well,
his contract.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I don't think there's any difference. The only difference between Liverpool and Man City is if they can be more
It could be a bit more.
expendable with players. So if it doesn't work,
exactly.
they can sack them off. If
Yeah.
it doesn't work in August, they can sack them off in January. Whereas we can't do that because the money's been invested. So we have to look around a little bit more because that's what he was doing before with the right back and left back situation. They just kept changing.
Yeah.
And then they got Walker in, and Walker kind of had a mainstay. But I know that Donny got in trouble with the police and that, but he wasn't going to play Mendy. He was trash. He was good before he came to Man City. I don't know what happened to him, but
him and Sane couldn't play together or something weird like that.
Nah, so it was very weird.
Yeah, it's it.
Klopp also said what me and you said about Harvey when he said of course I have trust in the youngsters when he was talking about Elliot and Curtis.
Harvey's gotta be.
And he said that people shouldn't forget that last season Elliot was the best player before he got injured.
He was.
He didn't say he was the best midfielder or the best striker. He said he was the best player, and he was.
Everyone forgets it. He was a diamond when he started. I was shocked that he started. I said it. I've already said it. I wouldn't be surprised if Harvey starts against Fulham in the first game of the season. It wouldn't.
Man, I know it's only training, but for some of the goals I've seen him score, there was one where he chipped over.
When he got the ball played through and he stopped and then and chipped over.
That wasn't even a normal chip, bro.
No, it was natural talent. That's just natural talent, ain't it? He's got something someone else hasn't got, and that's what Klopp sees. He sees someone in Harvey Elliott, and he's thinking, I've got this talented young boy here that I can nurture and make world class. How much money do I need to spend to get a player like this? And what is the point? That's how he looks at it. Pep Guardiola don't look at things like that. Everyone. The problem is Pep and Klopp look at football in totally two different ways. Yeah, totally two different ways. Pep has a system that is so extreme that you need world-class players in them positions to play that system. Otherwise, Pep system doesn't work. You know, it's that extreme. That's why wherever he's gone, he plays basically 4 defenders and 6 number 10s.
Pep knows what he needs before he even comes to a club.
He needs 6 10s and he needs a decent enough defence that they can hold up. That's why it didn't work when he had like Gal Clichy as his fullback and stuff. He needed a little bit better.
Even with Joe Hart, like the rest of the league's looking like your team's perfect. They just won the league. What's your excuse for wanting? And it's like, no, I can't do this with Joe Hart. No way. Whereas if that was Liverpool, we'd have to just cope with Joe Hart. And you know what I mean, work around it. So
Stubbs have gone off the madness.
Yeah, the last 4 or 5 days, the Stubbs channel's been going off.
It's just going mad.
I wouldn't be surprised because he sent this message about half an hour ago. I wouldn't be surprised if
it's already
gone up.
I told him a while ago. I said just keep going with it because YouTube is weird with their algorithms.
Very weird.
As soon as you do 1 or 2 videos, it gets quite big numbers. They just smash it out, and all of a sudden your channel is being fanned by everyone. It's all about, searches. The more people search for something, the more your channel gets fanned out for different things. That's why, tags and thumbnails and all that sort of stuff are really important because
you've actually used Stubbs. You've actually made it harder for yourself, to be fair. So I don't even know people obviously organic because if you don't have, because your name's not Jamie Phillips Liverpool Football Chats or Statman. If you've got Liverpool in your name, they group you in with everyone who's in the Liverpool fan base, and then Liverpool fans will find it and keep but you haven't. For it to do that, it's pretty dope, man. And, everyone deserves it, man. Hard work, bro. It's the first part's always hard, isn't it? So
once you get like moving, once you hit that, once you hit 1K, it's sort of like starts moving. He'll be there soon. I told him just keep going at it, I think what's helped is he started to do some afternoon, daytime videos as well. So he's hitting good times all around the world. So I think that's helping him.
That's the best advice for anyone on YouTube, anyone who's trying to get into YouTube, and anyone in the chat who wants to do this. Just do it and have fun with it. Don't be thinking about money or super chat. Don't be thinking of any of that. If you don't want to do it just for the fun of it, forget about it because you'll be broke for a while, man. If you're trying to wrestle on that. It's
like when you first start, you might be doing what you think is some quality videos, and you've only got 50 views, and you get a bit down about it, but it just takes time. It takes time, and all of a sudden you do one video one day, and bang, it's just it
That's
goes,
it, man.
and then once it goes, it stays.
100%.
Hence we get Salah to play to his strengths. That's that we didn't know he had. Chelsea brought 5 to 7 players, that including Havertz, and still don't know how to build on the skill of their players. Because they buy too many.
Facts.
That is so true.
That's
so
facts.
true. And I'll tell you the big one, Jota.
Yep.
Jota. When you talk to Klopp, he knew he had this in him. I didn't, as a fan.
Yeah, remember I said to you before that I was the only person I knew who wanted Jota from earlier, man.
I mean, I wanted him as a footballer because I liked him as a footballer. He was a very good footballer, but I didn't know he could bang. I just
man.
You see it now.
I don't know what season it was. What was
a tremendous player?
What was the season before the COVID season? What year was that? 19.
I can't remember now.
It was 2021, wasn't
it? Well, COVID.
And then last season was 21-22.
Yeah.
That season, I don't think he scored loads of goals for Wolves, but I remember thinking, why did they keep playing him on the bench? Why was he on the bench so much?
Yeah.
And then when I seen him play with him and Podence, Neto was fit as well, and I think Traore, I was like, this geezer is lethal, man. Like, he was scoring goals while he hasn't even scored for Liverpool yet. Like, there was some of them were screamers. He's a baller, man, and he's gonna fight for his spot, which is gonna make the team better. Because if everyone thinks that Jota's just gonna sit on the bench and be happy about it, no way. Nunes might not even start, bro.
No, I mean it's gonna be a fun one. Darwin, as you say, might not start straight away because.
Well, he shouldn't, should he? I mean, I know the money, but like, unless he shows something in pre-season, there's no reason for Jota not to start.
I mean, if he balls that in pre-season, we're like,
obviously,
But I think we'll forget about Jota.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, let's be honest. Apart from Salah, it's not. No one's certified to start, man. Remember, because sometimes they play Jota on the left, bro, so Diaz might not start.
Yeah, I did say Diaz needs to start his end product this season. Because, I mean, to be fair to Diaz, he played 70 games last season for Porto and Liverpool. So I think he was just shattered.
I was just about to say that. If you treat the season as a whole season,
he played 70 games.
He scored loads of goals. Yeah, but when you just have it as Liverpool, it doesn't seem.
When you have that 4-month little period, you think, it's not good enough. But no, he's got to be different. He's got to be quality.
He does so much work on the pitch as well. I think at times, man, like
it's
non-stop, bro.
But you can't take that from his game because it's natural.
Nah, the only people I've seen do that, Robbo does that as well, and Bobby used to do it.
Yeah, that's why I hate when people say Klopp ran Bobby into the ground. Bobby ran himself into the ground because it's Bobby's game. Yeah, it's Bobby's game. He naturally does that. James E, in this Klopp Pep era, objectively speaking, it's Pep's era. Klopp has 4 trophies in 7 years. Pep has 96. They're the only cushions we have with them over Champions Leagues. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, Pep's tremendous. No, there's not a person around who don't think that Pep is probably the greatest coach or mind, in world football. But I still wouldn't swap Klopp for anybody. He's perfect for us. I keep saying it. It's the best thing that ever happened to us since Bill Shankly, and I won't.
I agree.
He's just tremendous. Jack, we told you you'd like it, Jay. Love Harrisfield. The only one the other one who's weird I can't remember her name right now, but she's got the smallest face I've ever seen on a human in my life. But I can't remember. She goes out with that Eddie, I think. She looks about 70 years old. I'm like, what is going on with her? But she's like 17. You know the one on. She's got a tiny little face, but she looks proper old. It's like, what is going on with her?
Do you think Winona Ryder always looks shocked?
Fiona Ryder, she's got that shocked expression all the time. She hasn't aged either.
She ain't aged one bit, bro. She's frozen in time, man.
Her and Tom Cruise. What's going on?
They stopped putting her in movies for a bit, innit? Because remember back in the day, she was just stealing from shops for no reason.
Yeah. What was that? Did she steal that dress? Did she just steal that dress in her bag or something like that?
Yeah. Because she was rich at the time, but she just done it because the thrill. I was like,
the thrill of it. Yeah, I can afford it, but why should I pay for it when I got a big handbag here?
Mm-hmm. But you are right about Tom. You're right about Tom Cruise, bro. That man's an alien, bro. Like he doesn't.
He is. Have you seen that picture going around of Top Gun 30-odd years ago of him and Kelly McGuinness?
Yeah.
And Kelly McGuinness now looks like a troll, and he looks exactly the same.
Great movie. Tom Cruise.
Paul Rudd as well. Paul Rudd as well.
Yeah. Paul Rudd. Yeah. Obviously, I don't want to get into movies and that. But have you watched American Made?
I've never even heard of it.
Okay. I'm not going to go into movies after this, but Remember what I said? American made. It's on. I watched it ages ago, but yesterday I checked. It's on Netflix now. So watch it with your missus. It's one of the best, bro. I love it. It's just about Tom Cruise is the main character, and is the drug runner for Pablo Escobar. But Escobar's not in it. It's all about.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
It's
god.
about the aeroplane and his aeroplane.
Yeah, but the movie's incredible, bro.
Yeah.
It's like Wolf of Wall Street, man.
Oh, I know the one you mean. Andrew's here. Big up Andrew as well. You know Andrew?
Big up Andrew,
right.
man.
Yeah,
I did a haircut, as you can tell.
Oh, he's had his skin fade. Look at that. He's ready to go. How you been, Andrew?
Yes, Shant. How's everything with you? Is all right? How's your families and that?
Good,
you okay?
Yeah,
we're
good,
all right.
Thank you.
We're good, my man. We're good.
Yeah, man.
There's too much scrutiny nowadays. Even 15-year-olds want to be for Fabrizio Romano and call out Klopp. Twitter is toxic and dividing the fan base. So true, though. It's so true.
Oh man, I feel a little bit bad for Fabrizio, man. I can't lie, bro.
Well, Jamie, you're the only one who actually figured out the plot twist. It was just obvious.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man.
Imagine that scene.
A bad name and that, but
imagine that scene. You know, from that. I think John Cena was doing this thing with kids, and he was going like,
"Whoa,
are you sure about that?"
What's he doing?
Oh, when he pops his head through the wall.
Yeah. Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Cricket wireless.
That's what I meant. I just couldn't figure the advert what it was. I think it was like.
John Cena.
I wasn't thinking the other way around before you started.
John Cena doing things to kids is not the first sentence I would have gone with.
Yeah, man. WWE don't need any more of that kind of press right now. It's not the time, bro.
That's only Vince's problem, that.
Vince don't give a shit either. Did anyone see?
Stand with Vince, man. Run the money
did anyone see Chris Jericho's interview with
True Geordie?
Jericho's like, what did you actually do?
Exactly how I did.
He didn't do. That's what I said. He didn't do anything illegal. So what's the big deal? He's a mega rich man. He's not the only one who's done this.
I'm just gonna say it again.
As he said, they took the money.
I'm just gonna say, if they want to keep talking about this, tell the girls to run the money back and we'll talk. Otherwise, from that, forget about it. Because 12 million is a lot of money for 4 women, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Prostitutes only ask for 70 quid an hour.
Yeah, and we all know it's Christy Hemme. I don't blame him either, Jesus. Gang and Dick says, I want an era dominance as a Liverpool fan. Unfortunately, this model will never allow us to do that, and that's the reality.
We ain't never getting that era of dominance, man. Dominance now, apart from Man City, will be 2 or 3 years at max.
I don't think there's dominance like there used to be.
No.
Because all teams are very equal now at the higher end. I mean,
yeah, Man City's the last team for it, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, the 3 best teams in Europe are Real Madrid, City, and Liverpool. They are the 3 best teams in Europe, and they're all on very much an equal footing. There ain't a lot. There's not a gap like this between all of them. It's, it's almost level. Then you got everyone told me, Chelsea obviously had their reign, but don't forget when Chelsea first came along with their Roman money, no one could touch that. That was impossible.
That was impossible.
And then Man City came along and went and obliterated that. Now they're doing what they do. But to be fair, this is what I do say, and everyone's entitled to their opinion, obviously. But the model that we apparently have, we're the only team that's capable of getting close to City. Yeah. So what's wrong with all the other teams? So if our model is not the best model in the world, how comes it's the only model that can get close to Man City?
Yeah, exactly. I know everyone says that they would still enjoy it if we were dominant every year. And obviously everyone's going to say that because we haven't witnessed it in it. Obviously, I wasn't born back in the day when it was dominant like that. But even back in the day, it wasn't about money like that. It was the better players, just
Liverpool
based on coaches.
Well rich though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I just got, and I don't care if anyone says I'm stupid. I'm not really interested in of course, if it happens under Klopp and it's just through playing great football, then yeah, dominance. But I'm not interested in injecting loads of money into the club and then all of a sudden we become dominant because I'm gonna know in it. I'm gonna know the reason for it happening. That's why Man City fans never look comfortable when you're having certain conversations with them because they're like, yeah, we're happy with the titles and that, but at the same because that was it 2011 their first title, so it's 10. They were 10 years in now, 11 years in, and they've won loads of trophies and stuff like that. Still no Champions League, and it's still bothering them. Why is it bothering them so much if they've won that many trophies in 10 years?
Yeah, they're a dominant English club, but they're not a dominant European club.
Because Chelsea were dominant before that. Chelsea had 15 years of it, man.
You could argue in Roman's in Roman's 20 years at Chelsea, they were more dominant than City right now.
Yeah, Chelsea's been the most successful club.
Because
in the last 15 years.
they won two Champions Leagues, and they won their most
two
trophies.
Champions Leagues. I think 4 Prems in that time.
Yeah,
maybe five actually.
Yeah. FA Cup
and all the other cups. Yeah.
Super Cups.
Yeah, because when Sterling signed for Chelsea, and then it was like, he's won 7 trophies on the Man City. I was like, Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Because four of them are Prems.
Yeah. That's the thing. So, like, what Liverpool need to do is teams like Tottenham, Man United, and things like that start actually competing at that level as well.
Yeah.
As soon as that starts happening, it's dominance. That's why this is why it does my nutting when everyone keeps going on about, oh, we want when they go, oh, do you want to win the league, Man City or Liverpool? Oh, we want Man City. We don't want Liverpool to win the league. But if you keep saying that for the next 10 years and Man City have had that 10-year dominance, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, we'll take all that back, what we kept saying, because they just go. It's confusing to me why Liverpool was why everyone wants Man City to win the league all the time. I don't get it. I mean, I had Man United fans singing Blue Moon.
That was weird, man.
I mean, that's just, they don't consider City rivals, although they're their same city.
Let them carry on with that, man, because the fact is that Man City have got Manu talking about the past now, which wouldn't happen before. So now when they argue with Man City fans, but back in when and they're like, Man City fans are like, when, bro? Because for the last decade, you've done nothing. And
exactly.
Yeah, man. I hate Manchester United so much, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, I don't even hate Man City. It's just
I don't hate Man City. I just don't.
I'm sick and tired of them. That's all. I'm sick and tired of seeing Man City. That's the difference. Well, Man United, it's more than football, ain't it? It's just hatred, ain't it? I mean, Andrew know more being a Scouser, but it's just it's not even football. It's the tale of two cities as well, Manchester and Liverpool, and everything they stand for, music, TV. It's everything.
Yeah, I think was it last year, the year before when that was out? It might have been on Redman when they put that small documentary out. I loved it, man, because when it had the music against each other, Beatles and Oasis, and I was like, come on, man, this isn't a serious argument, is it? I don't. It's not a serious argument, bro.
It was a transcendent
Oasis
music.
are dope in that, but it's not a serious argument, bro.
And let's face it, I love Oasis, but they stole everything the Beatles did.
Even the haircut,
exactly.
Bro.
Yeah. and Liam Gallagher admits that he wants to be John Lennon. So I mean, it's just.
That's one of the beautiful things about Liverpool, man. So many dons in Liverpool have still got the Beatles haircut. That's the maddest thing, man.
Yeah.
The John Lennon, man.
John Lennon's a man. Savage Jamie, have you ever watched the Umbrella Academy?
I love it.
So you got anything to do with Resident Evil?
No. It's dope.
Right. There's that new Resident Evil TV series coming out, though. That's decent.
I don't even know what the best series is.
Got it, man.
The Boys is dope. That's the dope one.
I've only seen a couple of
episodes
episodes
of that. Things about that, to be fair.
Yeah, it's mad.
The Boys, mate. The Boys is I'm not even joking. That's the maddest thing I've ever watched on TV ever.
It's basically superheroes who they basically know they can do whatever they want, because everyone's always thought if you're a superhero, you can literally do whatever you want. Everyone's always thought
that's what they've done.
So in the Boys, that's basically what they've done.
Whoever wrote that show is a genius, because it really makes you think if superheroes were real, this is how they'd be. And it's obviously you got like a few decent ones, but most of them are scumbags.
Could you imagine if it was Zack Snyder who actually read the actual thing, the series?
I know.
He's if it was him, he's an absolute unbelievable
he's a
director for doing it.
Yeah, he's dope, man. But yeah, anyone who wants to watch that, just even from the first episode, like it's not a slow burner. The fuckery starts happening within the first 10 minutes, and it never stops, bro. And it just keeps getting worse and worse.
I'm gonna go and see Thor tomorrow. I've got my tickets obviously booked for tomorrow, which I can't wait to go and see.
I watched it yesterday.
I've heard in America it's been bloody selling records already.
Yeah, it's been breaking records.
Yeah, I want to go and see that. I
watched it yesterday. I don't think it should be record breaking. It's not one of them for me, but it's funny.
I think people are just desperate to watch it, ain't they? I think that's
yeah. Let's be honest, man. This phase 4 of Marvel, it's I've enjoyed it, but it ain't been nowhere near what phase 3 was.
No,
it's gonna take a while, man. Phase 3, they gave us 10 years of it, and we had a build up with Iron Man and all that, but yeah.
So, guys,
Maguire, the fridge.
Harry Maguire is apparently going to stay Man United captain, which I'm absolutely shocked about, because this is a chance for Ten Hag to clean this up, and it's a weird one, isn't it? We all think, as fans, Harry Maguire is bang average, right? Every manager he plays for rates him. Every manager rates Harry Maguire. It's a weird one, ain't it? Even Ten Hag's come in there and said he's got to stay as captain. If he's got to stay as captain, he's got to play. So,
yeah,
what are we not? What are we not seeing?
Mate, honestly, I don't even banter anymore. Like, when I say he seems rubbish to me, I'm not even joking, bro. Like,
he can't.
He's really good at headering.
Yeah,
that's the nicest thing I can say about him.
So's that Phillips,
and he can at will ping a ball every now and again. Apart from that, he can't do anything, bro. And you're right, he's Nat Phillips can do the exact same thing.
Yeah. So what's the actual differences between him and Nat Phillips?
About 74 million.
It's it, ain't it? There's no actual. I'm looking at them as two players, two centre backs. Now, if Harry Maguire, slow as it, he can't even turn. If you turn Harry Maguire, you've gone past him. He can't get back.
Yeah.
And he always fouls you when you do it. That's why he struggles. No, I just don't see it right. I literally don't get it.
He can't read the game, man. He's very bad at it, man.
Oh, he's terrible at it.
And when you're that slow turn of pace, you can't be bad at reading the game, because that's why he gets caught out, and then he blames it on Lindelof all the time.
Yeah, always blames Lindelof.
Always blames it on Lindelof, mate.
Klopp said last year Ox was a certain dynamic that you can't buy in the transfer market, yet Klopp barely played him last season. Yeah, Klopp has got a thing of saying things and then never playing them. He does do that. Maybe this confirms that. Season, to be fair. Yeah, maybe this confirms that Milner might go next season. Yeah, I think this is a year, and I just don't see him.
Yeah, it's 1 year contract he signed, so it'll be his last season.
I think the Bellingham hype / rumours is just a smoke screen we gave someone else. We ain't getting no one this.
Yeah, the thing is, the whole transfer window's slowed down anyway. So at this point, we don't even need a smoke screen. We can go.
And it's like Klopp said today. He said like he was saying, like, we've got obviously Harvey, all the other players and that, and he was like saying, what player do you think we're missing? That's all he said.
It's true. It's true. That's exactly what he said, word for word.
Yeah, because in his eyes, Harvey Elliott is going to be a player of such high quality. Buying a player, you go bring him in, it's going to cost you so much money if you want someone like Harvey. Plus, it stops Harvey's development, and he doesn't want to do that.
If Harvey Elliott played for Ajax and forget his injury season, and we saw what he done, like what he did
screaming about him, like Anthony,
and Liverpool said we're going to go and buy him, everyone would be going crazy and go, "Oh, this is perfect. We don't need another." But for some reason, it's like everyone's acted like he's had loads of games for Liverpool and never turned up. Yeah, he hasn't.
He's only played a handful of games. I mean,
has he played 10 full games for Liverpool? Like 10 full games? He hasn't, has he?
He will this season.
He played 4 and got injured. Came back, played against Ajax. Against AC Milan. That was like a half a game.
But he was still injured, wasn't he? He weren't match fit. Weren't match fit.
So yeah, he ain't played 10 full games. But
I said this about Bobby in my Bobby video the other day. What's your expectations of Bobby Firmino this season? And my expectations is that I read out his stats. The man plays over 30 Premier League games every season, apart from last season.
Yeah, last season.
And all this myth about this injury thing. He was only had it last season, and last season he had it, and it was kept being muscle-related injuries. He couldn't get over his muscle-related injuries. So when he did play, was he actually ever match fit? And
I told you the season when we won the league, there's only 4 games he didn't complete.
Yeah, exactly. And with Bobby as well, Bobby's not a goal scorer. I think everyone knows that now. They're not there. They're not here to see Bobby score 20 goals a season. It's not going to happen. But it's what he gives you. Now, obviously, what he gives you, he couldn't give us last season because he just weren't match fit. And I always say, you see it with Thiago. Last season for me was the only time Thiago has been at Liverpool and he was match fit, and that's why he looked fantastic. And now everyone was saying that's the Bayern Munich Thiago that we bought. We finally got it because in them 2 years, it's the only time he's actually been completely fit and match fit.
Yeah, true.
And I don't think Bobby was that at all last season. I think the only couple of games he was, the Watford game we scored a hat-trick where he looked very good. The game after that, he looked great as well when he scored. And then he got another muscle injury. So he's never. That's why with Bobby, I'm thinking they just got to look at him one more year. If he can get match fit and keep his fitness, he's a heck of an option in the squad. That
Mate, I don't think
not a lot of other clubs have.
I don't think the way fans were acting, I don't think Klopp at any point has thought about Bobby leaving. You know, when everyone else is going crazy about these people leaving, Bobby, Milner and all that. Bro, I don't think Klopp even had in his head that Bobby's going anywhere, but all of a sudden everyone's talking about we need to replace Bobby and stuff. It's just like his damn favourite player, bro.
Bobby Firmino is unbelievable. Like, I remember his first season under Klopp, obviously Rodgers got sacked, who brought him in.
Yeah.
And he was unbelievable under Klopp. Like, he was the goals he scored, the one against Arsenal, the bloody carer outside the box. That was crazy.
Yeah, man.
The atmosphere just lit up, literally.
His finger record's pretty dope as well. The Champions League record.
Yeah.
Scores quite a lot of goals in there, man. So,
and he won us the Club World Cup in extra time as well.
I love that moment, man.
He just takes his top off and just runs down to the fans.
South America on it because he was going crazy when he scored that goal.
I love Bobby. I've said it was time. Bobby's my favourite. I don't care. Sentimental or what? I love Bobby. Do
you think that we're at a point now? And obviously, it's nothing against fans. Can be a fan how they want. It doesn't bother me, and it my life. But I think we're at a point now where like people don't want to love the players anymore. It's like, oh, if he goes, it's fine. We'll just get another one in. I'm like, it's half of the fun of being a football fan, isn't it? Like loving the manager, the players you've got, the club. But now it's like, oh, the way they're speaking about getting rid of players is like they don't mean anything. And this set of players in particular, the ones who brought you trophies, the ones before, we was going like years without them.
Didn't bring us
anything.
Like,
oh, keep Lucas, keep him.
And they didn't bring us anything. But now these guys are bringing us trophies.
And all of a sudden, they've got players who are getting you trophies and that are like, yeah, well, you know what, Salah, if you don't want you want extra 50 grand, get out of the club. Mane and sign Sko, and that's weird, bro.
It's because everyone looks at Man City. It's all it is.
Yeah,
everyone looks at Man City. Because if you look at Man United, Paul Pogba is arguably a better midfielder than anyone in our midfield, physically, technically. But it didn't work. It just didn't work at Man United, for reasons we will never know. You know, was he badly coached? Did he just not? Was he too lazy? No one will ever know about Paul Pogba until it eventually comes out. But these players we got, Klopp believes in. Klopp looks at this. He probably looks at Man United's team and thinks, you know what, that team's quite decent actually, and they've underachieved. And I've got these players, and people say they need to go to get certain players in. But and say Pogba was at United for all them years and didn't really do anything. You know, Jordan Henderson. You could argue Jordan Henderson has outperformed Paul Pogba in their time in England.
It's not arguably yes.
But Paul Pogba is a far better footballer than Jordan Henderson. Yeah. So that's just it's not just a physical thing; it's a mental thing in football as well. Yeah. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not mentally got that to go with that talent, that's why Messi and Ronaldo are freaks. That's why they're freaks, because they got the talent, but mentally as well, they are so I can't settle for second best.
No, Ronaldo's drive's ridiculous, bro.
Their drives are mad. They're in their 30s, mid-30s. They should both both their ages. Most people are retired by now.
Yeah, I mean, Zlatan just signed a new contract as well.
Yeah, and his mentality as well. Zlatan believes he's the best in the world, right? At 40 years old, and
I love him, bro.
That mentality keeps his drive going, right? And some players haven't got that. Hendo's got that. I think Hendo's mentality is up there.
Yeah,
right. He's got that. He knows his abilities, but he plays at 100% of his ability every single week. Now, some fans might not like that and think, no, Hendo's not it for anymore and all that. But he gives us 100% of his ability every week. Did Pogba give 100% of his ability at Man United every week? Probably not. And that's the difference. That's the difference. And that's, I think, what Klopp looks at as well. Because there is 4 things they look at when they buy a player, ain't it? I think personality, technique, mentality, and I can't remember what the other one was. There is another one. And I think it might be reliability, which is mad buying Cater. But then Cater was never injured in Germany. Yeah, and
Timo Werner could score in Germany. But,
and then so that's what they look at when they sign players. So
I think people think Klopp's an idiot, isn't it? That's
I know.
When Klopp keeps somebody, they're like, "Oh, this geezer doesn't know what he's talking about. Why isn't it?" And I'm like, Klopp, no, he can obviously identify. 2 things can be true at the same time. You can think that your player's really good, and you can also think he can be improved on. I could get somebody better in talent than him.
Yeah.
But the talent's not enough for Klopp. So he's going to have to see, like, does the talent match his attitude as well? And if it does, then eventually we can bring that guy in. It doesn't mean I have to get rid of this dude. It just means that organically then, the person who's the older one or not as talent would get pushed out the squad organically. That's the way to do it, isn't it? You don't, like, for example, Nunes is in now. So, for example, if Bobby couldn't offer doing anything, instead of kicking him out the squad, you just get pushed further back into the pecking order till the player says, you know what, I'm off, or I'm willing to stay on the bench. Kind of like what happened with Origi.
Exactly.
Let's be honest, when you hear Origi's interviews and stuff, it's very nice and complimentary about Liverpool, the football club and stuff. And he just said, I think it's the right time to go. And he's probably looked at his age. He's like, I'm young. I want to be in the Belgium squad. And they've got Nunes, because he knew Nunes was coming, obviously. And then he's like, well, I'm like a tall striker as well. And I don't play. I can't even push I can't push anyone out of the squad.
No.
So he would have just been further back. And then he's like, you know what? It's my time to go. And it's organic then, and no one's hurt. Does Origi look hurt to anyone? He's happy, bro. He's fine.
They're having a great time. He's signed a massive contract.
He's going to smash AC Milan.
Living in Milan. He's having a... I hope the best for Origi. But I had this sort of rant yesterday. I think it was yesterday on the channel. I had this rant about people have this weird thing about Liverpool. Like, I was watching some YouTube channels the other day, and some of them were not, they were just neutral football channels. They were just talking about all the clubs and all that. And everyone kept saying they see Liverpool not competing next season. They see a slip up in Liverpool. They think Liverpool are going to drop a little bit in their performances and down the league. And like, I actually called into one of the shows and asked where they're getting this information from. Is it just your gut feeling for no reason, or is it? And they went, "Oh, you let Mane go." So my response was that you rival fans said Mane was dead and Liverpool should have got rid of him a year ago. Now he's actually left. You're now saying it makes no sense. So, and
it's
actually,
I just want it to happen.
Out of our whole first team squad, only one player has left.
Yep.
And how many players have actually left our first team squad in the last 4 years?
Exactly.
No one leaves Liverpool Football Club. All this thing out where used to be a step. Yeah, everyone used to say, Liverpool were a stepping stone club. We were at the time. There was no doubt about it. Jurgen Klopp's made us a destination club now. Mane left at 30 years of age, not 26 in his prime.
Yeah.
He left at 30 years of age.
It's quite a normal age to leave a club, if you've been there a while.
And he wanted to leave because he just wanted to experience something a bit new, and he was sick and tired of, fighting every week in the Premier League. I don't blame him.
Jamie, they won't believe that. Even though it came out of Mane's own mouth on the
no, it was nothing to do with Mane. He was shattered.
The reason why Mane left is because Klopp, blah, 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 and Salah this. No, Mane said, if Mane says he left for a new challenge, he left for a new challenge.
He did want the money. Liverpool offered him a new contract.
So weird.
As soon as Bayern Munich were interested, he wanted to go to Bayern Munich. He wanted...
of course he wanted to go to Bayern Munich. Because...
And he didn't even go to Bayern Munich for much more money than he was on at Liverpool.
Obviously, when he was playing when it was Leipzig, when he was playing for Leipzig.
Yeah.
It's in Germany. So in Germany, while he was there, the biggest club was Bayern Munich. Yeah. So he went to the biggest club in England, and now the biggest club in Germany won him, who I watched play the whole time I was at Leipzig. Mate, it's not a problem, bro. It's not an issue, bro. Like I said,
enjoy it.
People don't agree with me, but for me, it was the right time because I didn't know that what Mane done last season. I didn't know he was going to do that. I knew he would have a good season. I didn't know he'd be, and he wouldn't have if he didn't get moved to striker. On the left wing, he weren't doing that.
No,
he wasn't.
He started to look good last season when he played the number 9 role.
No one wants to admit it, but Diaz was.
And Liverpool went and bought a number 9, and all this stuff about Nunes was Mane's replacement. He wasn't. It was Diaz. He was bought in January.
Was Mane's replacement.
And where did Diaz go and play?
Mane's spot. So kicked him out.
Exactly. But because Mane's Mane, he put him through the middle. And Mane did a good job through the middle.
You got Jota to thank for that. Jota's little injury was what you got to thank for that. Because otherwise, he might not even have moved.
Exactly. So, we just got to chill on the Mane thing. But, I had this rant yesterday about the club and all that. And everyone's saying, like, we're going to slip. I just don't see no proof of it. Yes, what Tottenham are doing is good in the transfer business. But I said this to someone as well. There was a Chelsea fan on there, and I said to him, would any of them Tottenham players that they bought actually get into Chelsea's first team right now? Probably apart from Basuma.
That's it.
Would anyone else? No. So why are you all bigging Tottenham up so much? Is it just because of Conte? And I understand that. Conte is great. But the players they're buying would not get in Chelsea's strongest 11 apart from Basuma. So, yeah, and all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, Tottenham think. And like, talk sport. Oh, Tottenham will finish above Liverpool next season. I'm like, what is going on in the world? Why have everyone got this doom and gloom on Liverpool all of a sudden, finished on 91 points last season, all of a sudden go drop like a stone?
Yeah, we'd have to drop about 20 points because they're not gaining 20 points. There's no way.
They finished on 71. So they're gaining 20 points, are they? Do you know how hard it is to finish on 90 points? And that's the crazy thing with Liverpool as well. You know, when people talk about our, you know, the system, the way we work as a club, as all that, it's not working. We want to be, you know, number one team. We all want to be a number one team. No one wants to be the number two team. We all want to be the number one team. But we have got 90 points, 3 times in the Premier League under Klopp. Do you know how many times Man United got 90 points?
Exactly.
And the league is harder now. I don't care what anyone says.
Spurs got Champions League to deal with as well.
Yeah, it's just we compete all fronts. We're not going to fall off a cliff. We're going to finish in the top. It's going to be the top. Liverpool and City are, in my opinion, got that top 2 still. And then it's everyone else fighting for 3rd and 4th. I don't care what anyone says. And
like, I actually think we're going to win the league. I actually believe we're going to win the league.
This team comes back from when they think they've been fucked over. They always come back the following season quite strong. So we won the title, COVID year. God looked down on Liverpool when you ain't defending that, and got rid of all our players, so we couldn't defend our trophy. But we still finished 3rd, which is amazing, by the way. And then the following season, last season, obviously the players are like, right, we're going to show everyone now. Because remember, last season we weren't meant to make top 4. Remember, guys?
Halfway through the season, people said that we were the worst champions.
yeah, and like we're not going to win. We're going to make top 4.
Chelsea finished 10th after they won the league.
Oh, I know. And do you know what? When we won the league, Man City actually were behind us by more points than we finished behind City when we finished in 3rd. But no one likes to look at that, do they? No one likes to look at that. But yeah, and then last season, we were not getting top 4 because we only signed Kanate. You don't know how Virgil's going to be. It's just got finished on 91 points. It's just, and now they're saying the same thing. And then someone said, this one pissed me off. I don't think Mo Salah's going to do it next season. I'll see him scoring about 17 goals.
There's no evidence for saying, man.
And that's what I said. I rung in and said, where's your evidence on this?
Very false.
Where's your evidence on this? He went, last season he got equal top goal scorer and he fell away during the end of the season. I was like, oh my God. Right. So he played every game in the AFCON for his country because he is their leader. He played all the way through, came straight back and started playing again. Of course he dropped off. Son didn't have nothing to do all season apart from Premier League games.
To be fair, that's even worse, man. The fact he's trying to say Salah got joint top goal scorer and he fell off for the last half.
Yeah. That just shows how good he was. So if he did, if Salah didn't go AFCON, was rested more, he would have got.
Yeah, because when the season started and Salah was burning everyone, I thought he was going to finish with like 32 goals.
Yeah, I'm not joking. The man got tired. The man's human.
Yeah,
it's a shame. I mean, he's a human being. I think we forget people are human, and there might be supreme athletes.
He might have his head down and finish people off, bro.
He might have amazing abs and stuff like that. It might look like a machine, but he's still human. But and human beings can get tired. It's just the way it is. But yeah, I just don't understand this Salah. Salah's going to be different this season. He signed a contract, as you say. So he's happy. He's now at a club that he obviously loves because he never thought about going anywhere. All the Salah abuse online, all that sort of stuff. He didn't actually want to go anywhere. He just wanted what he thought was he was worth face value, which is fair enough. Did I think he's worth 500 grand a week? Personally, maybe not, but that's not what he's got. He's got 350 a week, and
exactly.
He's worth it. So. And he's the 7th highest paid player in Europe, by the way. So he's the 7th highest paid player in Europe. He's got to be a menace. He's had the summer off. He's had a great holiday. He's got nothing on in the winter. He's not at the World Cup. And the superstar that was going to the World Cup for us is no longer at our club.
Exactly.
Diaz is going to have the summer off, winter off. Salah's going to have the winter off. No, we're going.
Yeah, of all the people, Diaz and Salah to have a break is perfect, man. Especially Diaz, how he runs himself into the damn ground.
Yeah, they're going to be. And Bobby probably won't go to the World Cup with Brazil. So
yeah, Bobby ain't gonna be good.
It could be very, very strong, very strong. Klopp works with his players 24/7 and knows them inside out. He wants to win here, and he's not.
All our English players, even though they're gonna go, they're not gonna play, innit? They're not on the Northgate, bro. They're gonna be on the bench, and Hendo's gonna be on the bench. Trent's gonna be on the bench. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, exactly. Just big up Savage.
Big up Jack, man.
Yeah, Jamie finally likes Stranger Things. This is a thing now, is it? That I actually finally like. I find like Stranger Things. This is a madness. I'm talking about a madness. I just got to break away from saying a minute. I got a DM from a man the other day, right, on my Twitter. He must watch the channel, yeah.
Whoa. Where's this going, man?
It was a full naked picture of himself.
What?
Sent to me on Twitter.
That just sounds like a WWE thing, that, you know.
Fully naked, and he just went, "Do you like?" at the bottom. I was like, "No." No.
Vince, is that you?
And look, he didn't even have anything to write home about. So I give him his confidence. You know, it made me feel better about myself, actually. But I couldn't believe it. I just had my DMs. I had a message, like a message request on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, yeah." Because I get them quite a bit because people follow the show and follow me on Twitter and just message me stuff to get accepted and all that, and it's usually quite cool. No, nothing bad. I went on there, and it's just him, like he's like standing like that, fully naked. I was like, okay. Have I come across gay at all in my time doing this show? Because I swear I talk about my wife and kids a lot. So I had him. I didn't actually block him. Because I just said, look, no, this is not for me. Please don't send me them again. And he just apologized with like, and I ain't heard from him since. But it's madness, absolute madness. And then I got another one. I got another one that someone drew me. They got all these pictures of me. They've been drawing me. I was like,
no, you need to run away from that one.
Okay. I mean, what is going on? Like,
definitely Stranger Things, that and DMs, right?
Yeah. I know, yeah.
And now
social media is a mad place, man.
And there I've admitted I liked one episode of Stranger Things, guys. That's all chill. It was one episode I liked. I'm going to get all in there as well, ain't I? Get the Stranger Things memes. It was
now
that episode.
Now you've just mentioned that what you got sent, but watch what happens.
Oh, I know. It's all going to be in my DMs now.
Yeah, man.
I was watching Saw 3 the other day on Netflix.
Big up Saw 3, man.
That's the best Saw film.
That's the one with Amanda in it.
Yeah, that's the best Saw film.
Yeah, it's the best one.
I just like his voice when he goes, "Do you want to play a game?"
I say that more.
Yeah, it's so creepy. Like, it's so creepy.
Saw franchise is amazing. Jamie in the I think we read that one. I don't know. I do not know. This was Savage sub to his channel. Peeps only 24 subscribers. And he's making.
Who else do you think it was, bro?
We told you Jay you'd like it. Oh my god, I need to go forward. I went the wrong way.
You went backwards on it.
Yeah, I went backwards.
You went to the upside down, bro. Stranger
Things. That by the way, it's just Silent Hill. I don't care what anyone says. Obviously, the producers are massive Silent Hill fans. Gun, big up to you, my friend. Any facts that PSG and City still haven't won the Champions League? Is a disgrace given how much they have both spent. Goes to prove money doesn't always guarantee you success. Doesn't. You got to have the right people in charge most of the time. Most people.
PSG's even worse, man. They seem to just crumble.
Yeah, PSG. They got a new man in charge now, though, innit? So it might be a bit different.
Thingy, they're saying that like now they're trying to change the philosophy now, innit? They're trying to go for the Parisian youth now, enter more of them into the squad. So we'll see.
Who is winning this boxing tournament? Diego Costa, Konate, Tevez, Stefan Effenberg, Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira, Pepe, Hulk, Goretzka.
Goretzka's on steroids, so did get banned.
Yeah. Ibu is a beast.
Ibu's a beast, but Diego Costa, I don't know what the age limit is in this tournament.
Yeah, because Diego Costa.
He's definitely got a fake passport.
Ibu's not in. No one's in his weight category, are they?
Nah.
Stefan
We seen Vieira with the shin kicks.
Yeah.
If that was Van Dijk, if Van Dijk was in that question, he's winning all day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hulk.
Effenberg's solid.
Hulk's got the weight.
Yeah, Hulk's got
a big ass. That helps you with power. That's where your power comes from.
Tevez is a little bit of a savage. He's quite small though, but you can have it.
I'm going Vieira. I'm going Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, after the shin kicks of last season, what he done to the Everton fans.
Yeah.
And all the Palace fans are singing, "He can kick who he wants."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Roy Keane, he normally talks you out of fighting him because no one ever steps to actually fight Roy Keane. If you did, you'd probably batter him, but he talks you out of it.
Yeah. He's one of them blokes who looks hard and mean and talks like it, but
yeah, exactly. Without USADA, Goretzka would win, but no, because he wasn't that big before.
No, it was like a sticking set, and then the next season, wasn't it? It was like he was.
Yeah, and I think Pepe might be runner up. He's a bit older now, but he's a bit of a savage, to be fair.
Yeah.
Him and Ramos is the most lethal tag team, bro.
Oh they'd fuck you up, wouldn't they? They'd fuck you up. They'd kick you in the bollocks.
There's whole compilations of it, man. I don't know how they get away with that.
Oh man, they wouldn't do it now, obviously in VAR, but back in the day, they used to kick you in corners and all that. They used to knee you.
I've never seen anything like them too, bro. Never, bro. That's madness. Especially Pepe.
Defending. Yeah, Pepe's. I'm going Vieira Pepe final in that tournament.
Yeah. Me too.
Then best of luck to whoever. City have 6 titles in 10 years. 4.5 Chelsea were not as dominant as that. City are doing what Liverpool United did in previous decades.
Yeah, Trudon's right, but there's no.
I think it's because Chelsea won 2 Champions Leagues, didn't they?
Yeah,
Chelsea
and not long ago, Chelsea were going every season winning a trophy.
They won every.
Yeah.
Pep will never win Champions League or City. I'm starting to think that. They might not as well. City overtaking United, Tartar Hole won't be the singing Blue Moon anymore. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what these opposition fans don't seem to understand. You can't just keep relying on Liverpool to do it all. That's what they're not getting. Do you really think that, Tone?
Well, that's what I didn't get on. No, it's not true.
I don't think it's true. I think they had a hunger to outdo each other on the pitch, but that doesn't
and I think
mean...
off the pitch, no one cared.
Yeah. They had a hunger to. I think Suarez and Sturridge had that same thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
Sturridge used to keep saying, "I want to score more," and Suarez, "I want to score more in him." It was just that healthy competition, and what that breeds is success on the pitch because that helps.
Of course. If you don't like somebody just because every now and again they won't pass you the ball, you're an idiot, isn't it? So, like, you must be a jackass to not like someone over that.
Yeah, it's mad. James, to answer your question about how only Liverpool are able to close City with this model equals Klopp, the model has been the same since their tenure before Klopp were medical. They didn't have everyone in place like they do now. No. We never had the sporting directors like we did when Klopp came in. It was Daniel Camoli. We didn't have the analytics team like we do now. Remember, when FSG first came in, they knew nothing about football. Like zero. They were businessmen. They were businessmen who saw Liverpool for 300 million on the stock market. It's a no-brainer to buy because you're going to make money back straight away. Yeah. So that's why they bought the club.
Without Klopp, the model don't work.
No.
It didn't work before. So
you need them to do both. I say this all the time. I think some owners and managers just suit each other and it works. So some owners will see the way the club wants to be run and the future of the club. And if you don't get the right manager in who fits what the ownership prefers, what the club is going to be, it's never going to work. I mean, it's Klopp and the ownerships, I think, have the same sort of business sort of like. If Klopp was going to run a business, I think he'd run it similar to FSG.
I think so. It's quite old school. Yeah. Like if this was a coffee shop, FSG were like, listen, you've got the reins of this shop and stuff like that. You got all these machines. We're not going to give you this new state-of-the-art ones because they're not needed. But if eventually this one breaks down, we'll buy you a new one. Klopp will be like, yeah, safe, man. I'll make it work. And it'll be the best run coffee shop around, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And when people say this, like Gang Deep, thank you very much for your question, my man. I appreciate it. But when people say this, like, it's the system, it's Klopp. It's not, we're nothing without him. But then we say we have more world-class players in our first 11 than Man City. So what one is it?
Oh, that's another argument on it.
So what one is it? Like, you got Alisson, who's arguably top 3 goalkeepers in world football, even top 2.
I think he's the best one, man.
I mean, I said he was the best one. I said only probably Courtois can talk to him at the moment. And everyone told me
last season, I'd say only before last season, Courtois wasn't even in my top 3. I thought Oblak was the best goalkeeper, but since then, Alisson
really, Courtois and Alisson for me.
In the league, he's not. I know that Champions League game, but in the league, he's hit and miss, man. He'll make some stupid mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, Alisson was. He's head and shoulders everyone in the Premier League, ain't he? And Alisson's just an amazing goalkeeper. So we got
no one will talk about it, Jay and Andrew. No one will talk about it, and it's fine, and everyone can. But I'm pretty sure that was the best goalkeeping performance I've ever seen in the Premier League last season. I know no one will talk about it because we didn't win the Prem, and everyone will still say,
"Oh, it's amazing,
99 or whatever." But I've never seen
it was amazing.
People say that many one-on-ones in my life, bro. It was ridiculous.
It was amazing. And what I love about Alisson, like, you saw it with Ramsdale. Ramsdale was making all these flying saves and making
camera dives, man.
Yeah, his camera dives. Do you see Alisson ever making one?
No, he makes everything look easy
because his positioning is incredible. I think Gary Neville said it once in a match last season when he was doing commentary. Like a shot came in and Alisson just grabbed it up like that, looked piss easy, like nothing, made the shot look terrible. Yeah, and Neville said that he's made that save look really easy because that shot was good, but it's because of his positioning. His positioning in goal. It's like defenders. It's exactly the same centre back. It's what I always say about Virgil van Dijk. Virgil's positioning is about defending his defensive space, not winning the ball off a forward. Not winning a ball off a forward. That what makes you an exceptional defender. And it's the same with Alisson in goal. And this is what I keep saying. So we've got Alisson in goal. You've got Van Dijk. You've got Konate for 36 million. I said this yesterday. Everyone's going on about De Ligt. De Ligt this, De Ligt that. Konate's 12 months older than De Ligt. And I don't think there's much. Is there a lot of difference between the two of them?
Not too much.
There's not. We got him for 36 million. Our business is fantastic. Our recruitment is fantastic. And that's not just down to Klopp because we actually have a transfer committee. They have scouts, analytic teams and all that look at players for years. And then Klopp, they will go to Klopp with players as well. Look, we're looking at this player for the next 12 months. What do you reckon? Klopp will go, yeah, cool, go for it. They'll look at him for 12 months. And then it come to the end of it and it was like that with Werner and Jota. They were scouting Jota.
That's what I said about Nunes. They were watching him before.
They were scouting Jota for 2 years. We didn't even know. They're scouting Jota for 2 years. They're scouting Werner for a year. Klopp was like, yes to Werner, yes to Jota. And at the end of the thing, the club were like, the ownership and all that were like, right, Jota and Werner. Werner wants over 200 grand a week straight away. We ain't going to that. Jota's happy at 95 grand a week. We get Jota in. Jota's outperformed Werner.
Jota's one of the smartest deals there's been, man.
Yeah. So we got to put it all in context. Yes, Klopp makes the FSG system work, but FSG have also gave him the players to make his system work. So you got to look at it both ways.
The only way kind of managers are going to work for FSG and still make them a profit, they're going to be lower level managers, man. You can argue somebody like Poch at the highest, but after that, because people have to accept certain things before they come into the club, and they ain't going to do it, man. So.
Question: do you think Klopp will use his 5 subs in the Prem? Not every game.
Not every game. And you shouldn't either. You don't need to.
No, you don't need. This is the thing people don't understand when Klopp was asking.
Yeah, people on this weird
subs.
thing, they want everyone.
Yeah, when Klopp was asking for 5 subs and he didn't use it that game all 5, and went, "Why you didn't even use all 5?" You don't have to use all 5. We have 3 substitutions. You don't always use all 3. I mean, what's the fascination about it?
I didn't get that, man. I remember Klopp getting loads of flack for it, and I was like, he was arguing for the chance to have for there to be an option to use the
Yeah.
subs, not to just use them just because. That's crazy.
Don't need to do it in every game. We don't use all 3 in every game. So you
No.
won't use all 5 in every game, but the options there, that is what he's asking for. And when people kept saying, oh, he got his own way and all that, you do know he was talking, every press conference he did, he mentioned every club in the league needing it.
Every club had to vote on it as well.
Yeah, and 14 teams voted on it. The team that didn't want it, that kept saying no to it, was a certain Burnley, and then they're not.
They got relegated, so there you have it. And maybe if they had 5 subs, they wouldn't have got relegated. So
yeah, exactly. Yes, it's going to benefit Liverpool and Man City more. Of course it is, because they got more.
Well, I actually don't know,
but
I'm not even joking. I think
it'll freshen legs for everybody, though. Fresh legs.
I'm just
makes
saying,
a
if you're
massive difference.
Put it this way, if you was playing Man City or Liverpool and you're one of the bottom half teams anyway, let's be honest, you're already going out in with the intention to keep the scoreline down. You're probably going to lose on it. So we're going to try and do a low block. So the club who's got the ball are not as tired as the club running around, because
if they make subs, they can get
fresh. So then exactly. So they get to throw like 5 men in front of the ball. They all get tired, and in the 70th minute, they're like, you know what, we're bringing all 5 off and bringing on 5 other defenders. Now they're fresh for 20 minutes.
And keep doing the same system, but with fresher legs.
Because
it will benefit everybody. It will benefit
exactly.
everybody.
Because usually, especially against Man City, because they do that possession, tiki-taka passing of the ball, the other team just gets tired. But now, they're like, they're tired, bring on 2 other centre-backs. In fact, bring on 2 other centre-backs and take the strikers off, because we're not trying to score. And now we'll have 7 defenders. It's going to be a problem, bro. This is where Nunes comes in, because then Trent can actually whip the ball into the box with somebody with some height. And Hendo, I love you, bro, but you see that back post cross? There's less of that this season, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's Henderson's default move, isn't it? When all goes wrong,
that little
I'm whipping
swing,
it back post to no one.
That swinging back post cross. It's worked. I think it's only ever worked twice.
I love our team, man. I love our team, bro.
They've all got... Every one of our players has got a default setting, ain't they?
Bro,
that they go to.
Exactly. Trent's got that pass where he just doesn't look.
Yeah.
And then you're like, Trent, what the?
Robbo
every game.
Yeah.
Once every game, Robbo does it's either a wild shot or a cross that just goes nowhere. And you're like, what was that, bro? That's quite funny when he does that, man.
The funniest moment of Robbo's career was when he chased all the City players down.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's the day.
In the 4-3 win at Anfield.
That was one.
That was funny.
That was one of his first games, wasn't it? And the crowd just loved him for that day.
He was playing left back, left mid, left right striker.
Yeah. I think he done that last season against Newcastle, Milner. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. He just kept chasing everyone all game. That was when everyone's saying Milner was crap, and he got man of the match, by the way. But all right. He was the best player in that game against Newcastle. He just destroying them, man. Dope, man.
Mad. It's just mad. So before we go, game tomorrow, guys. So obviously I'm doing a watch along tomorrow. Everyone on the channel, 1:30 start for a 2 p.m. kickoff.
Yep.
But what are we thinking tomorrow for the game? Players you're enjoying to see? Scoreline, Savage. What do you reckon?
I think 2-0 Liverpool, and I'm excited to see Nunes and Carvalho and Elliott. Them 3 in particular. Obviously Diaz and everyone on that, but the Carvalho one is really intriguing to me, man.
No, I'm intrigued by it as well, especially now Klopp's brought up that he could change into a 10, a formation where you can play a 10. Very intriguing, especially where that's where Carvalho prefers to play.
He's great in that spot.
And now you got a number 9 he can play off. It's very intriguing. So I'll be intrigued to see if he tries out the formation, because this is the best time to do it pre-season.
Yeah.
Is try these things out. If he does try a 4-2-3-1, say, he has two people in the pivot and a number 10, and then
could even change it like both halves on it.
Yeah. Because he's taking 39 players, and he said they're all going to play.
So I'm guessing it's going to be 2 separate teams at half time. 39 players in both games against Palace, and so everyone's going to get a bit of time on the ball, which is going to be good to see for us, because it's good to see them all back, and I can't wait. I'm actually really excited for this pre-season, more than I have in a while. Don't know what it is, but I'm really looking forward to it. Andrew, your thoughts? Players you're interested to see?
I think tomorrow 3-1, and I think Diaz, Carvalho, and Nunes to score.
No.
Go for it.
Obviously, for
Nice.
United, I think it'll probably be either Bruno or probably either Sancho.
With Donny van der Beek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean, did everyone's the introduction Liverpool got? They were like rock stars.
Oh, Klopp
Coming
trolled United in his speech. As
Yeah,
well.
yeah. That's the first question he asked. And I went, they're just saying that because they're being nice. I actually went back and looked. They didn't get that reception.
No, it's a massive difference, bro.
Massive difference. Liverpool are huge. They're the
Yeah,
number
I've
one.
not been this excited for a pre-season for
someone
ages.
I think someone I know says they live in Thailand. I think it was the other day they were saying it, and they said Liverpool are the biggest club in Thailand by quite some way.
Yeah.
And in Asia, Liverpool and Man United are the two biggest clubs in Asia, but Liverpool by some way. And they come out of rock stars. I was like, Jesus Christ! It's like In Excess has just come out saying like that. It was madness.
I know
Absolute
pre-season
madness.
scores don't matter to everyone too much in that. But I still want us to
Look decent.
Yeah, because the last time we had a really good pre-season, we won the league. I remember that. So we beat Barcelona like 4-0. I think Grujic scored or someone. And then we went into the league and just won the league. I was like, geez, man, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, do you remember she said lobbing header against
the lob?
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Beautiful goal. And I was watching that game and I was thinking, Grujic got the bicycle, scary with the bicycle kick, weren't it? I was at Grujic's goal and thinking, Jesus.
Can't lie, man. I like Grujic, man. But anyway,
he might be a player. And then Klopp was
I like him. I do.
Klopp was like, "No, you're going loan." Okay. But yeah, we were fantastic that pre-season. Was it last pre-season we didn't win a game?
Last pre-season
was it last year? Was it pre-season? We didn't win a game.
We drew loads of games, man.
And everyone was worried about the season ahead. It's like this, I'm a bit worried and all that, and it was fine.
Do you remember the pre-season when, after the? Oh my god, bro! It was when Karius was letting goals in pre-season as well. After he had already made the mistake. Oh my, man, that was the death. I remember we played against Wrexham or someone, and he dropped the ball. I was like, oh my god!
Because Klopp wanted to get, because Klopp apparently, the rumor is that Klopp wanted to give Karius another chance, and then saw he never got over it in pre-season and went, right, we need to get a goal.
Yeah,
we need a goalkeeper.
It was a mess.
Yeah. And we just went, right, let's go and get the guy we spanked 8 goals past in the Champions League. That's a madness. That's why I always say
2 o'clock kickoff.
2 o'clock kickoff, yeah. So I'm live at 1:30.
I got LFC TV anyway, man. So I'll be in the chat of you watch along.
That's what I'm watching. That's what I'm watching it on. So it should be fun. So yeah, I'll be live at 1:30 tomorrow, guys, for a 2 p.m. kickoff mold. First watch along of the season, and then don't forget it's our call-in show tomorrow night as well. Me and Savage taking your calls, and what we'll mix the call-in show with, what we saw in the game today, and a little review show and all that. We'll mix it all together so you guys can have your say. Right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's meant to be the hottest day of the year today, so go out there and get some sun. Unless you're ginger like me, stay indoors.
Fuck this weather, bro.
Whatever you're doing, guys, enjoy it. I'll see you tomorrow at 1:30.
Jamie, peace, bro.
Big up, guys. Much love.